Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so my background looks different and beautiful. Yes, I know. Yellow looks really beautiful. So yeah, I'm in my kitchen and I'm just trying to prepare something to eat. And I thought, okay, why not just share a quick video? And while you're waiting for your food, while you're cooking, why not just share a quick video rather than waiting until I was done with my cooking before going back to my room and making my video. So to this, I will just, you know, start. And from the title, you already know what I'm going to be talking about. Yes, my scholarship journey. Okay, to start, I would want to say that I, when I was an undergraduate, throughout my undergraduate years and up until I finished, I never knew anything like scholarship. I never knew anything like Commonwealth scholarship, Chevening, Erasmus, blah 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 blah. I never knew any. Like I honestly didn't think of it. I don't know, but it felt like it was not, it was never in my agenda. Actually, scholarship was never in my agenda. As a matter of fact, I wasn't too bothered about going abroad to school. Actually, I wasn't too bothered about going abroad to school. In my head, I had always thought, maybe I would just, I knew that I was going to do a master's, but traveling abroad, like, I never really thought of it. Actually, that's it, to be honest. Like, even when I managed to maybe think about it, it was more like, my family will sponsor me. Do you know that kind of thought? That was it for me. But at the moment, as at then, now, I was still, coming up, so I was taking life once at a time. 2017, okay, I'm in my final year, let me finish my final year first before I do NYSC. I was not thinking, my head was not going sharply. So up until I finished, after I finished university, 2017, I think, was it May or June? I finished and then waited for my NYSC. That was when my dad now told me that, okay, now you're going for NYSC. You have to start searching for scholarships. And I was like, Benny, what are you saying? It's not like I didn't know what scholarships were, but I never really knew about those scholarships and I never really considered them. So that was the point. I was like, what are you saying? Like, he said, yes, you have to start searching for scholarships. You have to start applying and all that. I was like, oh my God. So all my life, like, I've been thinking, I never really considered schooling abroad. And even though I wanted to maybe school abroad, I had always, envisaged that my family was going to pay for it. But to my surprise, they said they're not going to pay. I should go and find scholarship. So that's when I now went to NYSC and I met someone, a friend of mine, Emmanuel. He was the first person that introduced me to Commonwealth scholarship. And it was the Commonwealth shared. And then from there, two of us started searching. We searched for a regular Commonwealth. And that's because a friend of his, when he was an undergraduate in Ghana, got the scholarship. And so that's how him too got to know. And so we started talking about it, started applying. And I opened a lot of, Commonwealth profile. And those stuffs then. Some of that not feel it. I was just very lazy about it, that kind of thing. And at the same time, since we were serving in university, all I just wanted was serving in Ahmadu Bello University. All I just wanted was just to, I would just pick a form in a public university in Nigeria and do my master's. Like, it was not too bothering me. And so I just said I was going to apply to a public university. So I was just lackadaisically applying, trying to apply to scholarships there. So I then applied to Ahmadu Bello University. So we're supposed to start. My NYC ended in October 2018, and that same period, that was when we were supposed to start our masters. But we didn't get to start that period. We didn't get to start. We now had to start May 2019. So that moment when I finished my NYC in 2018 October, and then I knew, and then ASU strike, was it ASU or NASU? One of the strikes struck. One of the bodies, there was a strike, whether strike struck or in shall know that there was an ASU strike that lasted till May. Is it ASU or NASU? One of them. So there was a strike that lasted from that October till May. And so that was where the problem now came in. I was like, God, is this what I'm going to be facing? Because I had an option of choosing either Ahmadu Bello University or Covenant University. And so me, I wanted to test what public university is. You know, now patriotic Nigeria. And also, like, since I already went to private school, I said, okay, let me go for Ahmadu Bello University instead of Covenant. If I had known inside my head, I would have gone to Covenant. Abi, no wahala. So during that period of the strike, that's when I thought to myself, I said, oh, no, is this what I'm going to endure? Is this what I'm going to endure? And then I started applying. As I became serious, not that I started applying. Like, I'd already applied for some, even though I got some horrible feedbacks. And then that was when I became serious during that 2018, from that October to up until the time of we resumed in May 2019. That's when I really became so serious with my scholarship application. I started applying, and I was getting love letters, buzz. They were just coming left, right, and center, wish. They were coming from all angles, and it was really crazy. So there was this one. I had in mind that I was going to win Chevy, because a whole lot of the things I wrote was on point. Like, you know, I had in mind I was going to win it. I passed first stage. Later on, now sent me bish. Chevy sent me a love letter, and I knew where it came from. There was a space in my work experience. There was a place where I had an issue, and I was like, and so during that period, I had already started my master's in ABU. In May 2019, I had already started. And so that period, I thought I was going to get the Chevney. Like, oh my mind, I said, oh God, I'm going to get this Chevney. So, but then shit happened. I was expecting that September 2019, I vamoosed by all means. So even though I didn't like Chevney, because of the fact, the clause of you need to return to Nigeria, that compulsory return, I didn't like Chevney because of that. Because I felt, as an individual, as a person like me, like this, I don't really like to be held down. I want to have an opportunity to explore as much as I want to, not compulsorily brought back. And so, being the type of person that I am, since they said I need to come back, like my type of person, I would just have to obey that and just come back. So, but then deep down inside of me, I didn't want Chevney. But at the same time, I was looking for scholarships, like, from all angles. And so that's why the yearning for Chevney, like, I was so like, how can I get Chevney, this one, that one. But I knew that was not the right scholarship for me. Because I did not need anybody to be flogging me back to Nigeria. Not like I don't want to go back to Nigeria, but I actually like, to an extent, to have control over my decisions. Do you get that kind of something? And so that was it. Though I came back in sometime in May 2019. Yes, when I came to do my registration in ABU in May 2019 for me to start my master's. So I met a colleague whom two of us served during NYC. So I saw his name is Christian. So I saw his award later, his scholarship award. I was like, wow, are you serious, Christian? You're traveling to France and blah blah blah. He said yes, so blah blah blah. So that was when I now went back to research on Erasmus, started searching for it and all that. The funny thing is, when I started searching for Commonwealth scholarship, I knew I wanted to come to Glasgow. I knew I wanted to come to Scotland. I have always wanted Scotland. I've always wanted Glasgow. For some reasons I'm not going to share in this video. As my sister will say, my sister said, my sister and my friend said, it's man that brought me to Glasgow. But anyways, I didn't say it's man that brought me to Glasgow, but my sister would always say that, my friend would always say that, but two of them are just crazy. Anyway, so I knew how to, when I was searching for scholarship, like Commonwealth and all that, I had come across this course, but my head was turning 360. Like, I didn't understand how the process of it. I didn't really understand this, and it was just so much, so I just left it. And also, I never wanted a 2 years master's. I wanted a 1 year master's. So that's why initially I just left it. So in that May 2019, when I met Christian with his award letter, so I went back, started searching. I went on the Erasmus catalog and I was searching. Like, I didn't ask anybody, even Christian, whom I know, that was my friend that I know so well. I didn't ask him anything. I went, sat down by myself and started searching. I searched and ransacked website. I got to the catalog. I was searching. So I searched my field. I was not checking the courses there. And then I found security, intelligence, and strategic studies. And it was one of the most closely related to my course and part of the things I wanted to do. And so I clicked on it. And God being so faithful, voila! I saw University of Glasgow, like my own Glasgow. Like, I've always wanted to come to Glasgow. I've always wanted to be in Scotland. And I was like, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, my own Scotland. Hey, God, do my own Scotland. Like, people think, let me check my food, please. Okay, so I was like really happy, and I'm like, oh my God, Glasgow, oh my God, Scotland. Like, you know, when something you've always wanted, like, I've always wanted Glasgow, I've always wanted to come to Scotland, and it just happened, voila, and here I am. And then, like, when I found the course on the catalog, I was like, oh, this is great, I'm gonna apply for you. And trust me, that was the only course I applied to. That was the only Erasmus course I applied to. And I was like, let me go ahead and I make the application. So I took it, I researched on it, looked at it. And since I've been writing SOPs, and since I had an uncle who is a lawyer, really high lawyer, kind of, like really ahead, that kind of something. He looked at my SOP. Like, it was really crucial when I was applying for Chevney, because I applied for Chevney and I applied for Erasmus, two of them. So it was really crucial in my Chevney application. But I didn't tell him I was applying for Erasmus. So I was just making the Chevney application with him. Like, I wrote all my essays and he went through them, corrected them, grammatical errors, and, you know, a whole lot of things like that. So he went through it. He had so much confidence that I was going to get in, and like, he had so much confidence that I was going to get in, and me too. Like, I was like, I'm going to get this Chevney. But Chevney did me like this, and that's how I got love later. Anyway, so while I was applying for that one, I was also applying for Erasmus. I kept my head straight. I was applying. And I didn't give him my Erasmus essays. So I used the experience I've gained over the years, according to China's application experience, not job experience, application experience. So I used that experience, and from the way he helped me review my application for Chevney, I got that experience. So all the experience I have, the number of years I've been applying, the number of applications I've made applications to a whole number of scholarships there. So those applications, like, all the experience I got, and from the one he did with me, I put them together, and then I applied for Erasmus. Applying for the Erasmus, like, my heart was beating, because I wanted this course by all means. I wanted Scotland, I wanted Glasgow too, by all means. Like I already stated earlier, as my sister, my friend would accuse me, but that's their business anyways, it's not my business. So it was really interesting, and I got a love letter for my Chevney, and I was like, oh my God, love letter Chevney. So I only had one application standing, which was the Erasmus application. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? So I got an admission for my Erasmus. I got my admission for Erasmus for University of Glasgow, but then the scholarship was still waiting, and I was like, okay, God help me, oh, I don't know what to do, and it was just there. And I had this friend, Dr. Ben, shout out to you. I had this friend that was always telling me, he's like, Jennifer, you need to apply. Like, he was always encouraging me. And yet he's a doctor in a teaching hospital in ABU, but he was always encouraging me. He told me, apply for these scholarships, different scholarship, Jennifer. Like, he kept telling me, Jennifer, you shouldn't be in Zaria. Jennifer, you shouldn't be here. Jennifer, you shouldn't. Like, he kept, even the moments when I didn't feel like I was worth it. Like, he kept encouraging me. Dr. Ben, shout out to you. You're darling. The person that will marry you will enjoy. Like, he kept encouraging me. Even the times I didn't feel like, I felt like, am I even qualified enough? He said, look, God, that guy encouraged me. I was like, Jennifer, apply for this. Jennifer, like, he kept sending me both jobs and scholarships. Like, he kept sending me. Like, it felt like he saw something I didn't really see in myself, because it can be really depressing sometimes. And this guy kept up. Like, he was keeping up 247. He was sending me jobs. Like, sometimes we'll meet in class, because we're in the same class. Meet in class, and he's a doctor, we're in the same class. Yes, we're doing masters together. And then he'll be like, when we're going, because he'll go and drop me in back home, he'll drive me back to my house. Sometimes he'll pick me up, he'll telling me, have you applied for this? Have you applied for that? Have you done this one? I saw this one. Go and do this one. Go and Dr. Ben, I love you. So it was really like, he was really, really crucial. And I remember the day he asked me, because I refused to tell anybody about my Erasmus. He asked me, and I told him that I applied for one scholarship like that. I said, which one? The one you didn't tell me, is it the Commonwealth or Chevy? I said, no, none of those ones there. He said, which one is it? So I told him, but I've gotten admission now. It was a Saturday, and I was at his place. So I was like, I've gotten admission, I'm just waiting for the scholarship. Hopefully I will get it. He said, you will get it. Don't worry, you will get it. You know that kind of this I was like, when I got the scholarship, hey God, I got Dr. Ben. I got the scholarship. God, he was really happy. Like, he wanted me to leave by all means. Like, I don't know how somebody would so much want something for somebody else. Like, he wanted me to leave by all means. Like, he was like, Jennifer, apply for Dr. Ben, I love you. So anyways, it was really, really a crucial time for me. And I applied for it, and I got the scholarship. I remember the day I got the email, 3rd of April 2020. So I was in the house. The email was supposed to come in that day, but I didn't have light at home, and my phone was down throughout the day. Imagine waiting for such an email and your phone is down. You can't do anything about it. God, my heart was beating. So in the night, when we on generator, and then I put on my phone. As I put on my phone, I didn't get any email. Like, I was just, finally, when the email came in, my heart was beating. Like, I almost fainted. My heart was beating. Like, my heart was beating. It was beating seriously. See, the description about it, it's like something else. Like, my heart was beating seriously. I called as I saw it, as I opened it, because I was shaking, and I tried opening it. As I opened it, I was checking for, we are sorry to inform you that, when you have gotten lots of rejections, and so you're trying to build a wall against any depression or any shock that will come from maybe a rejection, that kind of something. So I was just searching. We are sorry to inform you that I searched. I did not see. I couldn't even read the email full, so I was just searching. And when I searched, I didn't see anything. That's when I calmed down. My hands were shaking like this. And I checked, and I saw, we are pleased to, hey, God, to nominate you. I screamed and scattered everywhere. My siblings, they ran. What is it? I could not say anything. I just said, I'm going to the UK. Everybody shouted. Then I went to go and rush and call my grandma that she should come, because my grandma was seated outside. She should come. My grandma's mind was beating. What is it? Why are you shouting? Then I told my grandma that, that I'm going to the UK. Hey, my grandma, you know how grandmas can be. My grandma laid on the ground. Hey, Jehovah, thank you, Lord. Hey, God, Alpha and Omega, the I am that I am. You know how grandmas can be. My grandma, ordinarily, my grandma is dramatic. Like, Ordinarily, my grandma is dramatic. Then now imagine when this type of thing happened. Hey, Alpha and Omega, the I am that I am, the beginning and the end. Did this one, my grandma, I say my grandma lay down on the ground and was rolling. And she was rolling because she knows how long I've been applying. Even though she does not know the number of scholarships that I've applied to, she knows how long I've been applying. She has been encouraging me, keep on applying and things like that. She rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled. She was rolling everywhere. I was like, why are you being so dramatic? It's when they're supposed to be happy like this, so you're just being overly dramatic about it. What's going on here? And it was just so funny. And she was really happy. She sang, dance. It was not funny at all. She danced, finished like this. Then she now called she now called my dad because my dad's not available. They talk. My dad kept calling me. My mom too, the same thing. God, it was really, really dramatic and really a nice experience. And so, wow. And then I ended up getting 2 scholarships. Okay, that just will be in a totally different video. The video that will be coming after this one, how I got 2 scholarships. Okay, guys, so that's just the story of me, my scholarship journey, and how I applied and everything that transpired. So thank you for watching, and yeah, head to the next video after this one to watch how I got 2 scholarships. So the video will be coming up after this one, and yeah, I hope you get to watch it and enjoy. All right, guys, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye.